Thank you, Nancy and Preeti. Good morning, everyone. Let's now have a look at the top lines in the finance world. Welcoming India's step on demonetization of high-valued notes, European Union said ridding the financial system of black component and bringing transparency will strengthen Indian economy and spur growth. European Union also complimented the government for its resolve to roll out the goods and services tax soon, besides many other reform measures in the country. To prevent black money being converted into white during the 50-day window, Income Tax Department may slap a hefty 200% penalty on unexplained big cash deposits in banks even before annual income tax returns are filed. IT Department is also collating data on spurt and deposits in zero-balance Jan Dhan accounts and will slap the penalty on unexplained high-valued cash deposits. Indian Railways will accept old 500 and 1000 rupee notes for buying tickets and for onboard catering till 24th November. However, the precautionary measures like the refund of cancelled tickets through ticket deposit receipts and not in cash would continue. In the case of the refund amount touching 10,000 rupees or beyond, the railways will only transfer the amount to the customers' bank accounts. Foreign direct investment inflows into the services sector has seen a jump by over 2.5 times to $5.28 billion in April-September period of the current fiscal. Government has been focusing on enhancing services exports and relaxing norms in the sector, which includes banking, insurance, outsourcing, R&D and technology testing. The sector had received FDI worth $1.46 billion during same quarter previous year. And moving on, in an exclusive conversation with DD News, the CMD of State Bank of India, Arundhati Bhattacharya, said that extra measures are taken by SBI for public convenience. Arundhati Bhattacharya also said that SBI is strengthening the banking correspondent network so that the people of rural areas and far-flung areas can also deposit money with ease.
80,000 कैशेट पॉइंट्स हमारी रूरल एरिया में है। 2,40,000 कैश पॉइंट्स हम लोग के सारे देश में है। ये कैशेट पॉस यही है कि जैसे आपके मर्चेंट्स होते हैं, उनके पास पॉस मशीन होता है, वहाँ पे जाके आप अपना कार्ड स्वाइप करके 2,000 तक कैश ले सकते हैं। तो अब तक बहुत ज़्यादा लोग ये नहीं कर रहे थे क्योंकि उनका डर था कि मेरे पास जो कैश है वो मेरे धंधे के लिए ज़रूरत है। उनको हम लोग समझाए हैं कि कैश की ज़रूरत होगा तो हम देंगे आपको। आप पूरी तरीके से कोई भी आता है कैश लेने के लिए, आप उनको कैश दीजिए।
Well, moving on to the global markets, to begin with the US markets. In fact, the stocks in the United States closed on a mixed note yesterday. Dow Jones Industrial Average hit a new all-time high as investors evaluated the prospects of economic growth following Donald Trump's presidential election victory. However, the S&P 500 closed around break-even with a 1.7% fall in information technology, offsetting a 2% gain in financials. And the Nasdaq Composite lagged, slipping about 0.36% as technology stocks fell. Moving on to the European markets, the stocks there closed slightly higher yesterday. The bond market was hit by fresh losses. On the other side, traders continued to digest the results of the US presidential elections. Higher bond yields and the prospect of an interest rate rise helped the European banking and financial services sector, two of the best performance in the early trade yesterday. And moving on to the Asian markets are seen trading on a flat note today, hovering between positive and negative territories. Japanese shorts Nikkei 225 rose on yesterday as a weak yen bolstered exporter shares, and that trend is seen here. Investors are cautiously watching the US economy as the immediate driving force is the anticipated policy mix in the US, which can impact the Asian markets. Well, now Indian markets were closed yesterday and they were down by approximately 2.5% on Friday last week. Today, it is interesting to observe the market sessions. Though the global markets are showing a flat trend, the developments within India with respect to the demonetization and its impact on the markets is an important question. When the announcement of demonetization was made, we have seen markets reacting slightly negative, but the result of the US presidential election shoved off the impact then. Now, what could be the trend today is interesting to observe. Well, those are the updates in the finance world. Once